active than my first period, and this will go a little bit quicker, okay? You definitely want your calculators. For this, you could use a percent bar, but in sales tax, you're always going to be given the percent, so I'm going to show you an easier way to do it that will work every time, okay? All right, so sales tax is a percentage on goods or services, okay? Goods or services. In real life, you are going to have to pay tax. You're going to be doing this, so this is an important thing for us to all know how to do. Taxes are used to fund various local and state governments that provide benefits to the residents. Okay? All right, what are some things that y'all know of that taxes go to pay? Does anybody know? What does tax money go to help fund? Okay. Okay, roads, which we drive on. It goes to the police or the EMS if you ever get in an accident or need EMS. Okay, military, parks, roads, good. Okay, so there are reasons to pay taxes. Okay, it's not like someone's just taking your money and doing nothing with it. Like, it does come back and provide benefits to the people, which is us. All right. So, anybody know what the state tax rate is in Texas? It starts with an 8. No? Okay. In Texas, everything that you buy has an 8.25% tax rate. Okay? 8.25 tax rate. Now, when we are working with percents, we talked about, this is our notes from the very beginning of the school year. The first thing to do is change it to a decimal by moving the decimal 2 places to the left. Okay, y'all remember doing this? Yes, Miss Davis. Okay, great.
Yes.
All right, so 8.25%. Right now, there's the decimal. So I move it 2 places, and it becomes 0.0825. Okay, find your decimal, move it 2 places. Okay. All right, so first thing is change your percent to a decimal. This is going to be what you do every time. And I'm just going to put DP, Dr. Pepper. So you're going from percent to decimal, so I'm going this direction. And DP has 2 letters, so that helps me to know that I'm moving my decimal 2 places. Forgot to do it to notes. All right. The second step is that we are going to multiply. So second step is multiply. Sorry, I have to do the attendance in the first few minutes or I get an email. Okay. So second step is multiply. And third step with sales tax is going to be to add. Okay. So third step is to add. All right. So here, Amanda is going shopping. She's going to buy these items. So she wants to know how much each one is with tax, okay? So in this state, they're nice to you, and your tax rate is 8%. So what would 8% be as a decimal?
Is 0.8?
It's 0.08, okay? Thank you for trying and thank you for participating, though. So not 0.8, it's 0.08 because 8%, the decimal is right there. You move it 1, 2, and you have to fill in. So make sure you do 0.08, okay? All right, so literally all you do is you multiply each item by 0.08. What is 1850 times 0.08? Anybody? Yeah. Give me the answer. Use your calculator. I got off tone there. Guys, what's 1850 times 0.08? All right, good. Make sure that you put 0.08, okay? So if you got 1480, look at your price. Your price is $18. If your tax is $14, that is way, way, way too much tax, okay? Yeah, okay? If you miss a question, it's going to be about your decimal placement. So once you get your answer, go back and ask, does this make sense? It should not be close to the original amount, okay? $1 is pretty far from 18. Okay, 14 is really close to 18. So double check to make sure that your answer makes sense. Okay, once you get the tax, then you get the total. 1998. Okay, when we have money, we always, always, always have two numbers after the decimal. If there's nothing there, put a 0.00. Okay, if you get 18.8, put a 0. You need two numbers after your decimal. That is proper money cents. Okay. All right, $12 times 0.08 is 0.
0.96.
Perfect. Thank you. Five people. One person. 2, 4, 6. Okay. All right. Add it up. This one's easy. $sign 12.96. Okay. I'm going to give you 2 minutes to do the next two while I do attendance. 2 minutes. Do the next two. Sean, were you off campus yesterday? Okay, that's why. Because it changes where you are every day based on what you do the day before. Stone. Save. All right. All right, for the art set, what was the tax? $212. Thank you, Chloe. $212. The total was $28.62. That was the art set. And what was the candle? Yep, 72 cents and $9.72. Okay. For the assignment today, you're going to need to make sure that you're always putting $sign and then filling in with a 0 if needed. Okay, so it's a good habit to be in. When it's money, you want to make sure it looks right. All right. Amanda has $40. She obviously cannot buy all of these items because if I'm just rounding, that's 20 and that's 30, so that's already over. Okay. There are several different combinations. I just want to try to find 3. Tell me if she can buy 2 items. What 2 items can she buy?
The book and the candle.
Okay, what do y'all think? Book and candle. How much is the book and the candle? $9.72 plus 12.96. $22.68. Is that what y'all got? Okay. So I could buy those 2 items. What's another combination of items I could buy? If I want to get the art set, what can I afford to buy with the art set? Can I get the art and the candle? Ooh, just barely. What is the art in the candle? Okay, 38.34. Okay, and this is a real world application. You know how much money you have. You need to figure out the price. Okay, I have these 4 items. What can I buy? Okay, this is real world. What's one more set of items I could buy? We haven't bought the DVD, so what can I buy with the DVD? Okay, DVD and book. That's the first one I heard. How much is the DVD plus the book? Did I do it wrong? I don't know. Let me see. DVD, 1998. Okay. And I got the same thing. 32.94. Okay. So this is real world. You figure out how much each item costs, and then you decide, oh, what can I really afford to buy? Oh, I'm going to have to put this back. Oh, if I want to buy this, I have to buy the cheaper of the other thing. Okay. So this is real world. All right. Let's look at the next one. Kane is purchasing treats for his puppy, Roscoe. He selects a chew toy that's $9. Tax is 6.5%. How much is taxes, and what's the total? Okay, so $9. What is the tax rate?
6.5.
6.5%. Good. I need it to be a decimal. What is 6.5% as a decimal? One.
1.65.
Yes. 0.065. In a normal year, this would stink for y'all because we wouldn't be using calculators. But because this year's out the windows, go ahead and use your calculators and tell me what you get. Okay, I don't know if we passed out or what. All right.
58.5.
Okay, did you put 0.065?
Oh, no.
Okay. And what Abdullah did is a very, very, very common mistake. And that's when you say, $58 in taxes? What the heck? It's only a $9 item. Okay, remember your tax should be a tiny part. Okay, I got 0.585.
Yeah.
But for money, how many numbers can be after a decimal? Only 2. Okay? Pay close attention because if you miss it, it's going to be because you don't know how to round. Okay? 2 numbers after a decimal. So I can't just ignore that 5. If it's 5 or more, what do? Up the score. Okay? So this is 5, so I'm going to up the score. So that is going to become a what? Yeah, you look at this number, and I go up the score. So it's 0.59. 59 cents. Okay? If it was not a 5 and maybe it was less, it's 4 or less. Let it rest. Whoops, I spelled let wrong. Let it rest means it stays the same, not that it goes down. Okay? So 59 cents. If you put in 0.585, they're going to ask you to give them half a penny. Do you have half a penny? I don't think so. Okay? They don't make half pennies. That's why money has to be 2 numbers. So you always look at the third number. It's going to tell you if this number goes up or it stays the same. It never, ever, ever goes down. Okay? So what's the total cost? You should not need a calculator for this. $9.59, correct. Okay? Everybody okay? All right, we are not going to do this next item. It's a going backwards with taxes, and we don't need to know it for STAR, so I'm trying to give y'all as little as you don't need right now. Okay? Next page. is going to talk about some non-taxable items. Okay? So non-taxables are certain foods. Okay? Foods that are not prepared are considered non-taxable. Okay, sorry, not pre-prepared. So snacks and convenience items are taxable. So if you go to a convenience store, and I know this because my parents have owned a convenience store for like, I guess 4 years now. Anything that you buy at a convenience store is taxed. Okay, because it is convenient. You're paying a convenience fee. Okay, but there are some foods that are not taxed, especially if you go to the grocery store. The items that are not pre-prepared is like bread, eggs, milk, cheese, fruit, veggies. Okay, that is not all of the non-tax items, but it's a list of them. Okay, so stuff that is not pre-prepared, like you need these things to make other things. Those are non-tax. Okay. All right. If you ever look at a receipt, you will notice it has some letters on it that tell you if it's taxable or not, if you're not sure. Okay. Subtotal is what happens when you add them up prior to taxes. Okay. So I'm going to use the word subtotal. Here's an HEB receipt. Okay. And here it says subtotal. Okay. That's added before taxes. And then total is including taxes. Remember, taxes get added. Okay. So here we have Trent's receipt. He's buying these items. I want to determine the subtotal of the taxable items. So which items are taxable on his receipt?
Toothpaste and dish soap.
Good. Has a little T there for tax. Okay. And also all these things we just said were non-tax. So I only want to add up the things that get taxed. So $3.50 plus $2.50, which is equal to $6. Okay. Now, when you go to a grocery store and you get a receipt, it already does this for you. But this is good to know in case you're trying to go in and you only have a certain amount of money because you're on a budget. It's good to know these things so you can pre-plan what you're going to spend. Okay. Now, our sales tax is 6%. 6% is what as a decimal?
0.06.
Good. Thank you, Abdullah. 0.06. And then what do I do with my percent and my decimal?
You add it?
Before we add, we multiply. Okay. If you want to put the 0.00, you can. So what is $6 times 0.06? Good. 0.36. Okay. So 36 cents. Whoops. Ay. Okay. 36 cents. Also, on a real world receipt, you see sales tax. Okay. Right here, the sales tax gets added in. Okay. And that's how they get it. In Texas, they multiply it by 0.0825. Okay. Now, find the total. So add all of these up with the tax now. Okay. The next type of tax is Medicare. Okay. Medicare is used for health for the elderly. Okay. There's Medicaid and Medicare. Okay. Medicare elderly because we care about the old people. Okay. And one day you will be the old people. Okay. And the last tax is Social Security tax. When you turn a certain age, you will start receiving Social Security benefits, and that's where this money comes from. Okay, unable to work. So this is usually people who are a certain age. Okay, so this is a copy of my check stub. I'm not telling you how much I make, but yes, this is me, Radica ISD. You can see that they take out money for Medicare. So every month, this is one time a month, I pay $69.87 for Medicare. Okay, every month I pay $551.22 for the federal taxes. Teachers don't have to pay Social Security, but most people would have Social Security there. All the other stuff is just extra stuff. But those two things are going to come out of your paycheck no matter where you work. Sonic, the water park, teaching, Dell, whatever it is, you're paying those taxes. Okay? Now we're going to talk about some other words that you see here. Gross pay, deductions, and net pay. Okay, those are going to be the other words we're talking about today. So gross pay, the way you think about this is before taxes. And the way I have always remembered this is it's gross to think how much money I should be getting. Okay, it's gross because I'm about to lose a bunch for good things, but you know, when you work like you want that money. So gross is before taxes. Okay, so I get hired and they say, we're going to pay you $73,000 a year, Ms. Davis. And I'm like, I am in. That's not what I make, nowhere near. But, so that's what an employer will tell you. That is before taxes. So the government's going to come and say, we need our taxes from you. And now what you have left is called net income. This is after taxes. Okay? It's like you went fishing with one of those poles that has a net. Okay, here's your net. And when you pick something up with a net, you lose some stuff. Okay, yeah, you lose the money. That's your taxes. So it's like you scooped up your fish and you lost a little bit of that water because it went to the government. That's net income. Okay, you need to know the difference between gross and net. Especially when you get ready to get a job, you want someone to give you your net income, not your gross, because you want to know how much am I making after taxes, because that's going to help you decide if it's a job that you can take. Okay? Pretty easy? All right. We're not going to do all these. We're just going to do a couple. So here, maybe this person is a teacher too because they only pay Social Security and Medicare. Okay? So, Emily, who do you want to do? Santiago, Peter, Jasmine, or Royce? Okay, we're going to do Jasmine because we're not doing all these. We're just going to do. Okay? So, Jasmine, her gross income means before taxes. She's getting $2,000 a month. Okay? So, she has to pay 6% Social Security. What do you think I should multiply 2,000 by? Good.
0.06.
0.06. Okay? So, go ahead and do that so we can find out how much money Jasmine's paying. What'd you get?
120.
Good. $120. Okay? That's how much they're taking out for Social Security. They're also going to take out for Medicare. What's the Medicare percentage?
1.
Okay, so that's 0.01. So now I'm also going to multiply that 2,000 by 0.01.
I got 20.
$20. Good. Okay? Everybody okay with how I got that so far? All right.
Yes.
Now, you're going to add your deductions. These are your deductions, so add your deductions. Yeah, that one's pretty easy. You could do that one in your head. $140. And then how would I find the net income?
Add.
Do we add or subtract if it's withheld?
You subtract.
We're going to subtract these. Okay? So you go back to the 2,000 minus the 140.
I got $1,860.
All right, perfect. That's what Lena got too. $1,860. So that's how much Jasmine is really going to make afterwards. Okay? Pretty easy? Yeah? Okay.
Yes.
Landon, which of these three do you want to do that we have left? Okay, Peter. So let's first do our Social Security, which is 6%. 1,400 times 0.06. What do you get? $84. If you're at home, make sure that you are participating and knowing what's happening. Okay. Now I'm going to go back and multiply the 1,400 by the 1%. What do you get?
14.
$14. Good. Now these are my deductions, so I want to know how much first. Add them up. 84 plus 14 is? $98. Good. Okay. And then how do I get the net income? Yeah, it's gross pay minus income tax. Everybody got 1,302. Thank you, Satreet. Thank you, Landon. 1,302. Okay? It really is that easy. Okay? You just do the same thing, but at the end you have to remember, oh yeah, this is withheld, so I'm subtracting. And that's it. Okay? Alright. Dr. Rodriguez earns an annual salary. What does annual mean?
Yearly.
Yearly, yeah. So this is what he earns over the whole year. Okay? $204,000. Social Security is 6%. 6% is what as a decimal?
0.06.
Thank you, Abdullah. 0.06. Oops. That is correct, Satreet. $12,240. Okay? Again, just turning your percent to a decimal and then multiplying. All right? We are not going to do all the questions on the back, but I am going to do one set of them. Abdullah, since you've been participating a lot, do you want to do number 4, Kelsey, or number 5, Benito?
In the back?
Yeah.
Kelsey.
All right. Perfect. That's what we did last period. Okay. So we're only going to do number 4. Okay. Kelsey works part-time as a lifeguard. She's $12 per hour. She works 24 hours per week, and she works 10 weeks. So this is a lot. This is $12 an hour, 24 hours a week, and she's doing it for 10 weeks. Okay, there's a lot going on there. So the first question says, what is the gross income? What does gross mean? Before taxes. What does gross mean?
Income taxes.
Before taxes.
Oh.
Okay, before I take anything else. So, and I'm doing for 2 weeks. Okay, How much does she make per hour? 12. And how many hours is she working in 2 weeks?
48 hours.
48. And how'd you get 48, Abdullah?
24 times 2.
Good. 24 times 2. Okay. If you weren't sure where he got 48 from, I know it's 12 hours 1 week and 24. So that's why it's 48. Okay. Go ahead and multiply that. And what do you get?
576.
Okay. Very good. So that is the gross pay for 2 weeks. That's not how much the paycheck is. That's how much it is before taxes. Okay. Social Security taxes are 6%. Again, 6% is Social Security. How much will be withheld over the course of her summer job? So this time, I have to remember I'm getting $12 an hour. But how many hours am I doing for all 10 weeks? 24 hours per week. How many weeks are there? 10. So how many hours is she really working?
240.
Good, 240. 240 times 12 is 2,880. Okay, that's my gross pay. Now, Social Security is 6%, so what do I multiply by?
0.06.
Yeah, 0.06. And how much is taken out?
I got 172. 172.
Point.
Oh yeah, 0.8. I forgot to say that.
Yeah, 172.80. Okay. So $172.80. That's how much is being taken out for taxes. All right. Kelsey has to pay 1% for Medicare. Okay, well, we already know that she's going to be earning $2,880. So 1% is 0.01. So how much is being taken out for Medicare? $2,880. Okay, I just multiplied by 0.01. All right, last question. Since Kelsey earns the minimum required, she does not have to pay federal taxes. So how much will she earn over the summer? Okay, so we know her gross pay is $2,880. This is gross. It makes you grossed out by how much money you should be getting. Okay, so how much are my taxes and deductions? We just figured them out. How much are my taxes and my deductions?
28.80.
And then what else?
172.80.
Yeah, that's right. So what are all her deductions? What do they add to? So you have 2 deductions. What do they add to?
201.6.
Good, Abdullah. Okay, 201.60. Make sure you add that extra 0 on there. Okay, so then I just take away the taxes. And how much am I earning? I want to hear from somebody other than Abdullah or Landon or Satreet, because they've answered every time. And the 3 of you will be getting an email with something I'm going to give you for your grade. Did you round, Amin? So don't round. It should be 4 numbers and then a decimal and 2 numbers. Everybody should be subtracting. Sooner we get the answer, sooner I can give you the assignment. Yes, 0.40. Thank you, Grayson. Grayson saved y'all because I was going to wait y'all out. Some of you don't participate, and it drives me crazy. 2678.40. Okay? So, both times for income tax and sales tax, you are percent to decimal multiply. Okay? After you multiply, then you decide, am I adding or am I subtracting? Okay, you have to decide. If it's a sales tax, if it's a tip, you're adding. Okay? If it is an income tax or a discount, you are subtracting.